your dream foursome?
Dream foursome. Margot Robbie. No. Margot Robbie, Paige Spearnack. No.
Hey y'all, Coach here with Golfer Coach. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another podcast. We have a great guest today. Met this dude in California, hit it off. Just a great guy. We have Marky Mulligan in the house.
What's up? Thank you for having me on, Coach. I appreciate it. Man, it's first time doing a podcast related to golf, so it feels like it feels fun, especially like I'm chatting with a friend, just nice, easy, comfortable.
And I tell you what, this is probably going to be the easiest podcast you ever did because we just
I love it. I love it.
BS, man. So, backstory: we met at the Charity Open 2025, and where are we at? Sand Canyon.
Sand Canyon. Shouts out to Sand Canyon and Sunday Golf and all the people, Steve, Raven, Asia, everybody out there. Man.
That was a really cool trip for me. It's probably one of my funnest trips. I wish we could have done like a 2-day thing, but yeah, we went out afterwards, had some pizza and had some adult beverages, and we had a good time, man. We had a good time for sure.
Yeah, dude, definitely had a great time. What'd you think of the course?
It was, besides the punch green front nine, it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful course. Like it was. It's not one of my favorite courses, but it's up there. I mean, it's just, I want to golf it again just because, we didn't see everything.
Exactly.
The scenery was unbelievable for real.
Yeah. And we had great weather because I feel like summertime, it might be a little much out there, like in like the time that we played. So I think we had a great time, great season. Perfect. Like it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, everything worked out great for him, man. And we raised some money for an awesome cause. And yeah, man, that was awesome, man. So how long have you been playing for?
Believe it or not, October this year will be 3 years.
Awesome.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm relatively new to it. But I golf way more than like the average person should. I'm very fortunate enough to have a lot of like solid golf courses nearby me. Right. So, and I have a lot of free time. So I get out there as much as I can.
Yeah, so you started about I started in July, or January. It'll be 3 years in January. So you started about 6 months before I did.
Yeah. No, like 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months, yeah. So October, November, December, 3 months at most.
It's crazy how it just kind of takes over your like you really you get addicted to it, and it's just like it's humbling, but also like the biggest highs, the biggest lows. Like it is, man.
And you said you golf a lot, and it consumes you. I had 197 rounds in last year.
Jesus, I need to check what I had, but I'm 197. I may or may not be close to that. I may or may not be close to that. If it's not last year, it's gonna be this year for sure.
Yeah, I had 10 different states, 34 different cities, 50. What was it? 56. It was 56 at the end of the year. It was 56 different golf courses. 197 rounds.
Damn. See,
ass off.
Yeah, you travel too. That's what's badass.
States and it's crazy. Like Iowa, Texas, Florida, New York.
I see. I'm gonna need advice. I'll message you after this because I might be playing somewhere in September in New York, and my biggest thing right now is being like traveling with my clubs. Like I just see all the horror stories from Reddit and like online. But most of the time when I talk to people, they're like, "No, we haven't really had problems. You just got to pack well and you're fine." I
haven't yet. I bought an AirTag threw in there, and I have I have a traveling case. It's getting beat. The airlines beat the crap out of your case. I mean, my case is torn up already. It's here, but yeah, when it says it takes you, it consumes you. it consumes you.
Yeah, it really does.
But the community has been awesome, man. Like our golf
Oh.
community. I mean, you got, and I just saw who you golfed with yesterday, and I was a little jealous. I will say. Now,
Word to the Beetle boys,
the
man.
Beagle
Word to the
boys are
Beetle
in the
boys are the
house.
best.
They just make it happen,
Man,
people, man, for
dude.
real.
Yeah, they're
I
great.
spent like we did a podcast in a simulator, which if I ever do, I want to do another podcast with them, just sitting down uh,
Mm,
and doing a podcast that way because you know the simulator the camera setup wasn't the great and it didn't turn out the
mm.
best and what we talked about was I mean there was some we had some killer topics but man talk about just genuine cool people man for real.
Yes, for real. They are, you know what? They came up because they're San Diego, you know. They came
Mhm.
up to my town. We played at the Bell yesterday. They hit me up a couple weeks ago and they were like, "Hey, look, we got invited. We're looking for fourth. Do you want to play?" I was like, "Where at?" They're like, "The Bell." And I told Steve this. I was like, "Look, I love you guys, but I never want to play the Bell again because it's not a bad course. It's just a tough course for someone like me who's a very sprayer, and I hate
Mhm.
losing balls. But I know it's part of the game. But I told the Beetle boys, I was like, look, I hate this course, but I love you guys, so I'll happily play. And playing that course as a scramble format, you just feel a lot more comfortable. Like you're not like, oh, I'm gonna lose too much. You might, but it feels easier and a lot more fun in that group setting. And
Oh
I
yeah,
think the course is great. It's a beautiful course. It's just tough.
it's
It
just
forces
tough
you to
yeah.
play smart, and that's the kind of golf I want to get into is playing smart because like you can go to any course and fairways on both sides. You're not going to lose the ball. Sure, you're not catching fairways, but you can still scramble, make a par. But if your ball's going down into the woods and down a mountain, like you're not getting that ball back.
Mm,
That's taxing on your score. So yeah, it was
yeah
fun
it's
yesterday.
I played in Singing Hills, and San Diego is only like San Diego is 185 miles west of me.
Oh,
So
that's
it's I mean
nothing.
it's literally a 2.5 hour drive. So I go over there and golf as much as I possibly can just because of the weather. So
Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. You play Tory out there?
you know, a funny story. That was my very first golf course I ever played in my entire life. About
What?
about 20 some odd years ago. I at that point I had never even held a club in my hands. It was a business trip and it was some award thing that we won, some sales award thing that we won, and so they sent us over there for the weekend. Stayed at the nicest hotels. I mean, and we
Jeez.
all golfed. And I probably golfed about 4 times in my entire life since then until I picked the clubs. You know, 2.5 years ago.
Love that. Love that. That's
It's
like now
yeah,
you got to
it's
make it back. Now you got to make it back.
yeah, because it was I didn't appreciate because I didn't. It was funny. I walked in there with blue jean shorts, a t-shirt, and flip flops. Well, about 400 hours later, after walking out of the pro shop, I was allowed on the course. It was
Yeah,
insane. I didn't know. I
that's
just didn't know.
hilarious.
I didn't know golf at all. You know, I knew who Tiger Woods was, but that was about what I knew about golf.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
right.
so why social media? Why did you just say, you know what, I'm gonna take this golf game, especially as a beginner, and just throw it out there on social media?
I think for me, if and I want to preface this by saying I'm not the best at the social media aspect of it, but I see what a lot of other content creators do. And I felt like I have my personal page, I have my business page, and I like to just, capture moments in regards to what I do in life. And I felt like I didn't want to overload either one of those pages with golf. So I figured I was like, let me just like make a golf page. I'm not expecting to be like the next big golf influencer, but I think for me, it's just, fun to document, a great way to build a community and just, engage with other people in that social circle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it's just wide reaching too, you know what I mean? Um, and then plus like I feel like as much as I do, there's like some moments of like, oh my God, greatness, and then other moments of like, what the heck is going on? And being able to capture those moments is just like fun. Like I am an avid guy that loves to, like, I will make fun of my golf game until the cows come home. I do not claim to be a good golfer. Like, as much as I play, everybody's like, "Oh, you must be a good golfer." I'm like, "No, I'm not even." You can look at my most recent video, and you'll get an idea of how good of a golfer I am. That's not to say I don't have my good moments, but like, it's just fun. Like, you can see on there, like I said, it's a nice way to kind of track what I do, where I go. Like, we took our first boys trip. We played Torrey Pines. We got 2 tee times back to back, and we booked 8 guys, and we all went out there and had a great time. And like, that was nice to kind of just put together and like
Hmm.
showcase. So it's just, I don't know, it's a great sense of community, and I like to be able to kind of show that off.
That's kind of how I got my start as well, is just because I wanted to, because I was a race car driver for many years, and I kind of documented my last year of racing because I kind of knew it was my last year. And then when that was over with, that's when I picked up golf, and I said, I just want to document from beginning to end, and or
Mm.
beginning and just to see. And it's crazy to look back at some of the first videos, just even the first
Oh
video,
yeah.
even the editing part of it, and then your swing, and they were terrible. Like my
Oh
swing, not
my
to say they're good
God.
now, but and there's days I'll look back and I'm like, that's a terrible swing. And then I'll look back on a swing I did yesterday. I'm like, that's still a terrible
Yeah.
swing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The truth. Like, and don't get me wrong, like when I was first starting, I came from a baseball background, so like I was just like that muscle, like every baseball player I feel like transitions into golf
Hmm.
sometimes down the line. So I had that over the top heavy slice, but like when I could crush it, I could crush it. And I've taken 2 lessons with a guy, great guy out in Monterey Park, and I told him first day, I was like, look, I just want to learn how to hit a draw. Just show me how to hit a draw and I'll feel like I can accomplish something. He was like, show me what to do. And not that I can do it on command now, but the fact that I know the motions and like I would say maybe every like 50% of the time I can hit a nice soft draw or a good leaning draw. And it's just those moments of growth where I'm just like, okay, like I'm improving as a golfer, and I look at my first videos, I'm like, what the hell kind of swing was that? Like it's like I'm chopping wood. It's horrible.
It was a baseball swing, you
Yeah, that's
know.
exactly what it was.
Yeah, I was in competitive softball. When I got out of high school, I played 7 seasons of football, a semi-pro level,
Wow.
and then I did like competitive softball, like well, not competitive, but it was like a rec league
Yeah,
softball.
that
But
yeah, but they
but it
took it
was
serious.
it was up with the upper levels, and I noticed when I first started swinging it, I had that same swing where I mean, it was just throwing the body into it because I'm not a big guy,
Hmm.
and I saw all that. And I was like, once I tried to learn the inside out, really trying to exaggerate that kind of really helped my swing. But there's days that, man, I'm telling you, brother, I played like shit for like 3 weeks, like absolutely garbage shit for 3 weeks. And then last week I went out and played 9 at my home course, and I played from the tips and shot like at 39. I'm like, all right, that's not bad. I'm like, okay, what the hell? Then I went out and played this course that I've never even beat, or I've never even got. My lowest score has been a 90 there. It's our city course, it's a beautiful course, well maintained. It's a long course,
Mm.
but for whatever reason, I can't score. I'm like, it's 90 plus. It's between 90 and 95 every time. Went out and shot an 88, and I'm like,
Oh.
what the hell? And then I'm like, but I guarantee you, when I go out tomorrow morning,
You're
I
gonna be
still won't
back
be
in that
scoring.
90. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because I played the Beetle Boys yesterday, and like I did semi good, like comparatively, like the fucking, oh my god, shouts out to Brandon. If you guys have ever played the Bell, 18 is a dog leg left, heavy downhill, and this guy Brandon is a smoker of a driver. But for a righty, he goes into out. He goes draw, heavy draw. So he was hooking a lot. 18th hole, it was probably about, I would say it's like 370. That boy hit like a 350 drive because it's up and downhill. We were up, and that
It
ball
was
was like
roll
20 yards
fast.
short of the green, and we were just like, I was like, he was the first one up, and we were like, do we even need to like hit? Like, there's no, this is just like fairway finder. All right, let me do whatever now. It
Right.
was insane to see.
Do you take those opportunities like when just your boy just cranks one out there and you're like,
Hmm.
do you even take it? Because I golf with a lot of guys that won't. Like I golf with a lot of like mostly retired people during the
Hmm.
week.
Oh, I get you.
So I outdrive most of the people. Not saying that I can hit the ball super long, but I put it out further than most of those guys do.
Hmm.
And I'll crank one out there, and they'll all just walk back to the cart and go. And I'm like, oh,
I think in those opportunities where like you know you already have a safe shot and you're good in a scramble format, I think that's when, like, as a player, you should take the time to, like, try something that you don't normally get to try on a course. Like, you can practice it on the range, but, like, fuck it, why not swing for the fences? Or let me
that's
try
exactly
to,
what
like,
I
shape
do.
this shot, or just do something that you're not used to so you can get a feel for it. Because,
Right.
I always like to say, like they always say, like, oh, you don't want to do the hero shots, play the safe shot. I'm like, well, yeah, sure, but like how I always like to say, you can't be the hero unless you practice it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Back to the highs and lows of it is very funny that you say that because I played this morning at Skylinks, which is a nice course. I wouldn't say nice, but it's a good course, fun, open, a little challenging. Um, and I played with some guys that are, like there's different types of groups that you play with, and like when you play with your friends, you're gonna be a little bit more generous. Like, you're by a root, like give yourself a club length. Oh,
Oh
like
yes.
where your ball landed, but you can't find it, gallery drop. Like maybe a mully, one mully per person for the whole round. The small moments like that. But these guys
Hmm.
that I play with count, call everything. I went out and shot an 87 today, and that felt
Really?
like that. Yeah, I was just like to know that was on a round where everything was really counted. Like that made me feel like okay, like things are piecing together. And my buddy
Right.
was like, "You want to play tomorrow?" And I was like, "No, I want to enjoy this 87 for a little bit more because I know if I play tomorrow, that round is just gonna be
It's
like
gonna
a
become a
hundred.
97 real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so fast, so
that's
fast."
that's that's the killer of golf, I think. Do you ever like go to a course and say you set yourself a goal when you go to that course? Because my like I went back to where I was talking about where I shot the 88. My goal every time to get there is to shoot under a 90 because I had never done it. Do you set
Hmm.
those types of goals as well?
Absolutely. I think setting goals is important to one challenge yourself and to know where you're going wrong and where you're going right. So I use the 18 Birdies app and they have like, goals that you can set per round. So for me lately it's been break 100, four pars, one birdie, nine fairways, and five green and regulations. Like that's like a golden round for me. Now, am I hitting that every time?
No.
Absolutely fucking not. Like I'm happy if I'm breaking 100, but now I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, maybe instead of like 100 is breaking 100 is still a good goal, but now I want to be in the way of like, okay, I want to just 20 or less. Plus 20 or less is my goal, regardless of what the handicap is for the
Right.
for the course. Um, because I'm still not hitting it straight, but I will say my scramble game has gotten a lot better. So I may not be good off the tee, but I can still get up. Like I'm happy with like my buddy Kieran was saying, like you play the game of fives. No matter what the par is for the hole, play it like a five. You'll never be disappointed.
I've heard that too, and
And
that's
it's very
usually
helpful.
if you look at my scorecard, that's what you'll see a lot of fives on there, a lot.
Hmm.
I am literally the when they say bogey golf, if you look at my scorecard, it's literally just, and I'll sneak in maybe a birdie once at a time, once in a while. I'm always good for at least two doubles, at least two doubles.
Yeah, I've yet to have a bogey or lower only round. I've always carded at least one double, maybe a
I
triple.
have a couple times, but it doesn't. But here's my game. I'll double bogey and come back very next hole and birdie.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Or
hell?
you'll birdie and then come back the next hole with a double and be like,
Yeah.
what the
Oh,
fuck am I
wait,
doing?
I actually I've done that way more than,
Yeah.
but that is crazy, man. What do you think about? I have 18 birdie app as well, and I absolutely love it. I mean, I use it to track. I and what I really like about that app is I don't use a quarter of what they offer on that thing.
Oh my
I
God,
mean,
yes.
it's everything. You can, it's literally, if you took the time, in which maybe I should start doing, is when I
Mm-hmm.
go golf by myself, actually take that app and
Track
really
those
use
shots.
it the way
Yes.
I always use it to. The one thing I always use it for every time is to track my drives.
That's a
I
good
mean,
feeling.
just because I'm an arrogant asshole like that, I
You're
want to
like,
know
I
how
want, like,
far.
am I driving it well?
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to know how far I'm driving that ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
And fortunately, I knock on wood, that's my best club in the bag.
Nice. Nice. Is
Fortunately, that's my best club in the bag.
that your
Um,
favorite club?
absolutely, absolutely,
Are
absolutely.
you a
Because
DOD? Do you do DODs at all?
no, because I can't afford to buy a new driver.
Oh.
Now
Oh
I'll tell
man.
you what I did when I so this driver I went and got fitted for it and everything, right?
Hmm.
So I had a Ping G425 and it had a crack in it,
Oh.
about crack in the head. And so Ping wouldn't warranty it. And I was like, I bought it brand new, but it was a demo. But nobody else wanted that club except for me. They got it in. I unwrapped it. I hit it. I came back because I want to buy it, and that's what I did with it. They wouldn't warranty it, so I went up to second swing in Scottsdale, and I was trying different drivers because I was doing number one my product reviews, my
Hmm.
driver, club reviews on YouTube, and so I was using them, and I fell in love with the Callaway AI Smoke, and I thought for sure that would be the club that I was going to walk out second swing with. Well, I ended up walking out with the TaylorMade QI10 Max.
Oh.
Love that thing,
Great club. Great club. Great
amazing
club.
club until the face started chipping on it, and
Mm.
but this is why and I have a ping hat on. This is why I'm a TaylorMade guy. I called them. I said, hey, I sent pictures, whatever. I did their whole form. Within 30 minutes, I had a tracking number for the new head coming out to me.
Oh, that's fucking wonderful.
So
Wow.
I get it. I open it up. It's the brand new QI35 Max. And I was like, I
Wow.
called them right. I'm like, hey, because I'm like, hey, because they have my, I was talking to the rep. He started following me on YouTube and stuff.
Nice.
I called him back and I was like, hey, bro, like, I think you made a mistake. Uh, you sent out this. He goes, no, that's what we sent to you.
Oh, that's fucking great. And
But
that's,
I will
you know
tell
what?
you this. I will tell you, I like the QI10 Max better.
You know what? Rory was saying the same thing too.
It's more
Rory was saying,
consistent. Way more
really?
consistent. That where I had the Max, it was, bro. That was the club for me. Like I I don't know why. It just the driver works, and I don't know why it's. And I'm not a big guy, but I can put it out there just as far as most. I mean, now there's guys out there that just can smoke me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but pound for pound, I can put it out there.
Nice.
That's the one
That's,
thing
and
you
that's
can
always a
do.
good feeling.
Now, ask me about my chipping game.
Yeah.
Ask me
Let
about
that
my
short
approach
game,
shot.
that short game, that approach shot. Trust me, I feel the same way. But you know what? It's funny that we're talking about drivers because I'm gonna be that guy. And all my friends make fun of me. Hell, I make fun of myself. I am now the mini driver guy. I went and got, so I'm a Callaway guy. I've never been fitted. I've always just been like a feel like
Mhm.
if this is working for me, I'll tweak my game around the club. Now maybe give me another if I get my handicap down to maybe like 10, then maybe I'll get fitted because then I'll feel like my game is consistent to the point where I'm like, all right, like I want something that is gonna work towards me. But for now, I'm happy. But I'm Callaway guy through and through. Had the smoke, was enjoying it even with the lessons, and I could, I could put it out there. I among my friends, like I'm one of the longer hitters, not the longest, and I've definitely been outdriven. But
Right.
like core group, yeah, for sure. But the consistency just wasn't there for me. It just wasn't, and I kept hearing things about smoke, or mini driver, sorry, mini driver, and I was looking into it, found one on OfferUp, AI smoke, grabbed it. I was like, let's try this out. And the shaft that it came with was like an inch shorter than my driver shaft. And I tried swinging it, and I did not like it. So I switched my normal driver shaft onto the mini driver head, and I swear to God, for me, it is like a cheat code because I went out and played around at Industry Hills on the Babe course, which is a very tight course as it is, and I found 11 fairways that day, and it was.
You know what? Do you watch a lot of YouTube golf, like
I don't, but
gameplay?
I need to. I know I need to
Watch,
just
start
to learn the
watching.
game more.
Now, Riggs from Foreplay Golf, he loves his mini
The
drive.
R7,
Yeah,
yeah.
he won't he keeps going back to it, and he has the best of the best that TaylorMade has to offer at his fingertips. He can get anything he
And he's got
wants,
the worst swing we've all ever seen in comparison,
but
but it works.
it works for him, and he takes that R7 and just smacks the shit out of it.
Oh my goodness! I
I've
remember
been looking
I
into
hit.
I've been looking into finding one. 'Cause I'm like, wait a minute,
I recommend either that or the burner. I think I feel like the
I have a
dispersion.
hybrid burner.
Oh,
I have
okay.
I don't have it anymore, but
I mean, I feel like any mini driver in and of itself is a good if you're trying to find the fairway and I'm not worried about putting distance out there. Like I could still hit that mini driver like, you know, 240 to 270 depending on how I get a hold of it.
what else
And
can
I'm
you
like,
hit?
yeah, I'm like everything else like I can take care of that. Like I used to want to be like I want to hit 300, but it's like
Oh, I was the same
what,
way.
what the fuck is the point to hit 300? It's a game of inches. So having that mini driver in my arsenal is it's fun. Now the other thing that I switched up to, can't hit my long irons for shit. Saved my life, gun to my head, not gonna happen. So I was looking into getting a 7 wood. I was feeling it out. The 7 wood is going about the same distance as my 3 hybrid, and I'm a lot more comfortable with my 3 hybrid because I get more play with it, low, high, sting, shot shape. Now it's not going to drop the same, but it's going to have more or less the same distance.
Right.
Like I need something for my 180 to 200 range. So I went and I got myself a 9 wood with a stiff shaft, and I call that thing my 200-degree pitching wedge because it just.
It works.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and now I feel like my bag is complete. Like, dude, I don't need to get anything else. Like I'm happy, you know? Now it's just focus on the game.
Yeah. Now, equipment has a lot to do with it. I was sponsored. I was sponsored by Lathers for a whole year. They sent me
Oh,
all the
okay.
clubs from driver all the way down to a putter. Now, I didn't use the driver because I had the Ping, and then I went to TaylorMade, and I didn't use their putter because I have a Spider.
Oh, nice.
So it's an older Spider, but it's still a Spider. So, anyways, I was using their irons and everything, and I lost confidence in them.
Really?
I just couldn't. They're heavy as hell for one.
Mm.
They're heavy. I just lost confidence and I just couldn't hit them. So when beginning of this year, I went online, found a QI10 Max 5 wood because I can't hit a 3 wood. I
Okay.
just can't do it. The 5 wood, I can get some air under it, get it up, and the 5 wood works well for me. I can hit the 5 wood just as far as I could my 3 wood, so I just a little more consistent with it. Then I went with a QI10 Mac or QI10 4 hybrid, which I
Nice.
absolutely love. And then I went with Cobra Air X irons.
Interesting.
Love,
Cobra guy. I feel like you're one of the first guys that I've known that like
I
likes that does Cobra.
love them.
Really
They're the
interesting.
easiest clubs I've ever hit. They're super light. I went with a graphite shaft, um,
Hmm.
and I just love them. And I didn't get fitted for them, but I knew what my numbers were, and I knew what my numbers were with Lazarus, and I knew what my numbers should kind of be like, and I knew what my numbers were with them, and there was no comparison. And I used again, I was demoing clubs, different clubs, and I had the again Callaway QI10s, or not QI10, but the AI smoke irons. I did the TaylorMade 790s, didn't like them. Uh,
Hmm.
I tried probably like six different ones, and Cobra just beat them out. And it's everybody. I'm one of
Wow.
the very few people that probably use Cobra irons, and
Yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
love them.
But like I'm always a big advocate of just play your game, swing your swing. You don't have to get okay, and I say this because I myself am like a brand whore and it's horrible, but I that's me. Like
Mhm.
other people don't have to be. Like I'm Callaway head to toe except for my irons, which ironically enough I am a Tacoma guy and I love them. And I get asked all the time, "How do
Do
you
you
like them?"
like those? I'm gonna ask you
I
again. Do you like them?
I love them. I really do love them. I got them on OfferUp, brand new in box, wrapped in plastic for 350. This is before this was like last year.
Oh,
Before
before
like
Grant even took over, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is well before. I was just like, and I before that I was using some Nike VS's, which I think
Awesome.
I still think Nike has some of the best like hardware that holds up still. I think they have great stuff.
I think if Nike came back,
Oh, they would fucking crush it. They
and I
would
don't know
crush
why they
it.
don't, because I've never heard a bad thing about a Nike club.
Never,
I
never
haven't.
once.
Like, I'm sure people have those stories, but I've never. People love. I know guys that still play their Nikes. I mean, and I'm like, those things are like 25 freaking years old. He goes,
Before
hey,
the
they work.
Tacomos, I was looking into getting the Vapors, the black ones.
Yeah, they're
Just
awesome.
like they're beautiful looking and they're just good clubs. But I got the Tacomos. Back to the story.
Yeah.
I really do love them. There was a learning curve with them for sure. And I remember I got to the range, I was like, I'm gonna fucking crush these, and I was just not. I was like, this fucking sucks. But now I feel them. And I got the 101, so it's not like they're very, very forgiving. I
Yeah.
wish I was able to get the tees because I like a little bit more shot shape. I like to play with that, but I can still shape my shots relatively well when I need to with these clubs. They're really
I can
solid,
shape
and
mine
I
right out of bounds. And I shape my shots right out of bounds. I'm like,
and it's not a bad shot. It's just a bad hole. But yeah, like shouts out to Tacoma. I think they have a great product, and you know they're tapping in with that. Um,
We got Grant
that
Horvath buying the company,
yeah, and then
I think he partnered with them.
shouts out to Bogey Wogie Boys too. I don't know if you know the Bogey Wogie Boys.
Mm-mm.
Um, two guys, I forget their name, but they are also part of it. They make funny skits on Instagram and TikTok. They're
Oh, I think I have
Frank
them.
Frank and Frank and Garth, I think it is. One's tall,
Okay,
one's short.
right.
They're hilarious, and they're also part of Tacoma. And I actually was fortunate enough to meet them at Trump Golf Course when I was playing. Like I saw them in the cart, and I was like, I know these guys, and like I met them, took some pictures, and I do a side hustle, and I'm gonna make some stuff for them on the back end for their clubs, like
Oh,
club
awesome.
covers and stuff. So like they're cool people, and I honestly love what they do. But yeah, they're with Tacoma as well, so it's nice to see them going with the top end and the beginner end, and they're affordable, So I think it's a great business model to have for sure.
Oh, for sure, man. What is your dream foursome?
Dream foursome. Margot Robbie, no.
You ain't
Margot Robbie,
wrong.
Paige Spearnack, no.
You ain't wrong, man.
Oh,
I'm telling you right now, you ain't wrong.
Living or dead?
Dude, we can't hang out. My wife's probably watching that. And you're gonna bring up Mark. You're gonna get me in trouble, brother.
Look, I'm a single guy. Let him. Look. It's all jokes. All jokes. All jokes. All jokes. Are we talking? You
Whoever,
know what?
whenever you want to play with your dream, it doesn't. It could be a celebrity, it could be family. It doesn't matter.
Obvious Tiger. It's gonna be Tiger for sure. First choice is Tiger. I think second, I would really like to do Adam Sandler, just for the laughs. Just for the laughs.
That is, that's the first. You know, Tiger. I get the Tiger all the time.
Yeah.
Tiger and Dad are the two number one picks. Almost. I mean, it's
Yeah, and I was gonna say third
but
one
Adam
would be
Sandler. That's the first one.
Adam.
And
Oh,
that would
Adam
be
Sandler.
awesome.
That would be a blast. Are you kidding me? Like, I would be like, let me try the Happy Gilmore swing one time. I'd probably break my back doing it, but like,
I'll
I
tell
think it
you.
would be fun. Mr. Deeds, Happy freaking Gilmore. Like, yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
Happy Gilmore too. Can't wait, brother. Are you a
You know
big
what?
golf movie fan or no?
Yes and no. Look, I have I have mixed reservations about Happy Gilmore too. I hope it's gonna be good, but I just something in me is like I don't think it's gonna be Adam's fault. I don't think it's gonna but I think it's just gonna be a little too like cameo like ish for my taste. And like I don't know. I feel like some things shouldn't be revisited. Am I gonna watch it? Am I gonna enjoy the fuck out of it? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I don't want to say I expect it to be bad, but I'm scared that it's gonna be like there's gonna be a little like expectations are gonna be a letdown. You know what I mean?
Well, that's almost with anything, but look what happened to Top Gun. I mean, Top
Yes.
Gun,
Okay. Fair.
that second one came out, and it was, I don't think it was as good as the first one, but man, it was right
They
there.
built on it very well.
But you know, the effects and everything were so much better as the second movie.
Yeah.
Do I agree with you with the cameos. I'm like, they're gonna have PGA Tour. They're not actors, you know, they're
No.
first.
Yeah.
You know, so that's going to be kind of weird, especially with Scotty Scheffler, my man.
It's
He's the
great.
man,
He's great,
but
but
he's
like
not an actor, and
no.
I'm kind of interesting to see what he's like
Yes.
in the movie,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
him acting. That's so yes, yes and no. I do like. I don't think it's going to be like it with the first one, no, but
Yeah.
hopefully it's good, and I think it will be. I'm hoping it will be.
I think it's gonna do good for the golf
Community.
community. Yeah,
Now,
especially it'll make it fun. Watch
do you watch
parties.
like uh all the rest of the golf movies?
You know what? I have a list and I need to get on them. Like Legend of Bagger Vance, Tin Cup.
Yes, you got to
What's
watch all of them.
what's the one that it came out more recently with Dennis Quaid
Oh, the long
and
yard,
the long
longish,
no
the
no
long play.
long
It's the
play.
long
Yes,
play. Yeah, that's a
yes,
great one.
but
I went and saw that in the movie theater by myself.
dude,
I was the
hey,
only one
golf.
in there, but
You
yeah,
know what? Okay, speaking of golf, I'm excited for Owen Wilson's show on Apple TV, Swing or something
yes,
like that.
stick,
That I think
stick.
that's it. Like that's it. You know what I mean? That's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
you
Yeah,
haven't
that's gonna
seen
be.
Tin Cup yet.
I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't seen.
Oh,
I
you gotta
know.
sit down
Okay,
and
I'll
watch
watch it
it.
tonight. I'll watch it tonight for
Dude,
you. I
and it's
got
like
you.
all out. And where a scene where it says they're talking about who can outdrive who, and oh boy, it was Costner. No, it's who was it? It was the other guy. Crap, I forgot his name. Anyways, Don Johnson. He turns and he hits this dinker down the road, and he just kept going for like a mile, and
It's
he
like
just and it was like, yeah, it's a great. And he goes, still going, still going.
They'll go.
So
Hey, you want to know who gets the longest? You're not wrong
and
there.
then he's like snapping his finger, like at the end, he's trying to hit over the pond, and
Hmm.
he uses all his balls. And I do that all the time when I hit one in the end of the lake, and my buddy did it. I'll snap my finger, and they're like this,
Yeah.
and we both start cracking up because we know where it's from. And my buddy Tom, he's an older guy. He's like 75, but he still cranks it like 270 yards.
Oh my
He's like
god.
almost handicapped and he's 75 years old. And
Love
he's
it.
not like a 100-yard hitter. No, he puts it out there. And I snapped like that. He goes, "Did he just snap your finger?" And we both started laughing because we knew what it was from. And
Yeah,
I was like, "Tin Cup." And he goes, "Oh." But
I
every
get it
time,
now.
because he does it to me. So, uh,
I love that.
so back to your dream foursome. We got way off track, but it's
I
good.
know. Sorry, sidebar.
No, it's this is what podcasting is all about, brother. This is what my podcast is bullshit, and it's what it is. There's no
Yeah,
structure, there's no form. I got a list of like 15 questions. I may get to them, may not, but
yeah.
that's what it's all about, brother. So, dream foursome.
It would be Tiger, Adam Sandler, and yeah, number two is Dad. But I would, if I could put it, he's just not in the best of health. Like he's still mobile and stuff, but he can't play golf. So I would want to get him like in that prime state, like Dad in his prime, being able to play. And he never said that he was the best golfer or ever, but he liked to get out there like I do. So it would be that because I'd love to share that with him. We still have fun moments. We usually do it during summer when there's a lot more sun out. So I got him a putter and we'll go play like some of the local courses, like
Right.
4 o'clock, and he'll come out there with me just to watch me play. And then when I get on the green, he'll put a ball down, and then we'll see who the
There you
worst
go.
putter is.
That's awesome, brother.
Yeah, so it's just like little ways to enjoy that. Call it putting with pops.
Hey, that's awesome, man, for sure, man. Go to snack on the course.
Ooh, I like the what is it the tenth tee, first tee. It's covered in chocolate. It's got peanut butter on the inside. Fucking love that. And either an apple or a banana because I need something like a little healthy-ish out there.
Right.
And if I it depends on if it's a morning like early morning, a donut and coffee for
What
sure.
is that? Go to drink.
Alcohol is non-alcoholic.
Go to drink. This is an 18.
Purple.
This is above. Is an 18 and older show. So go to drink.
I would say purple Gatorade because in all honesty, I think when I first started golfing, my buddies got me into it and they got me on the kick of like I came in like oh like I can get like drunk with my friends and have a good time and blah 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 blah. But then I also caught the bug of golf. So when I was first starting out, I was like fucking tall cans and like I would smoke and do whatever. But
Right.
as it went on, I was like, dude, I'm paying all this money and I'm playing like crap. Like, why am I gonna like inebriate myself? And
Right.
I want to play good. So I rarely drink. Maybe I'll have a drink here and there, but it's not like I'm gonna go out and like get fucked up on the course. Like I
Right.
like to take my golf serious, and I don't like to impair myself in any other way. And I'm not saying like if you like to do that, like that's fine. Like
That's
I'm
awesome.
not
Yeah.
judging you.
I don't drink
Yes,
either. I don't drink at all. So
yeah, yeah. So it's like, yeah, if on the course, yeah, definitely a purple Gatorade or a Red Bull. Like mix, nice little Red Bull mix with that because I use the energy.
my go-to is um, a Gava Monster sugar-free energy drink. I gotta have one. It has to
Interesting
be.
choice.
Yeah. It used to be Tequila Club Soda Lime Juice. But
Mm,
I got on this whole health kick thing, going to the gym and eating right and
good for
trying to
you.
live longer and all that kind of stuff. I just stopped drinking.
Good.
But yeah, so it's definitely that and Zins. You gotta have
Then
those.
okay.
You gotta have
You
the
know what?
Zins.
I've never taken one. I don't know if I
No,
ever
don't
will.
ever do not ever do that because it's it's addicting as all get out. And I'm not a real addictive guy, but
Yeah.
they're
But that it's funny though. I golf with my buddy Justin, and he's an amazing golfer too. Although I've beaten up a couple times, so he knows I'm on his ass. But he enjoys his vape every once in a while, and it's the one thing I don't like about when I golf with him. I'm like, just give me some of the vape. Like I don't go out and buy my own, but like, and he's the only person, and if he has it, like I'll hit it with him, and I hate myself for it, but I also almost like cool, like whatever, you know.
I don't know why, but the golf course kind of, I don't know why it brings that kind of stuff out because it does for me too. Like if I drive, I gotta have a dip in my mouth to hit. I mean, literally, not even none of my other shots, but if I'm up on the tee, I gotta have a dip in my mouth, and I don't know what it is. And if I don't have one, I'm out of sorts. Like
It's now you're fucking
it's how
it's a
dumb is that, right?
Pavlov's dog. Now you're like I need to have it so I can do good. I'll enjoy a cigar every once in a while too. A
Oh,
cigar
yeah,
every
every
once in a
cigar is
while.
nice to have.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Favorite golf
But
course?
ooh. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple in no specific order because it's hard for me to narrow down. But okay, I top is gonna be Trump National in Palos Verdes, and I'm
If you ever go there again and you need someone to play with, promise.
you and all of my friends. I am very fortunate enough that my boss is a member there, and he likes to golf. And he literally hit me up today during my round and was like, "Are you playing today?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I have a tee time at 12 if you want to play again." I was like, "I want to. I would love to, but like I can't. Like I need to lock in and like do other shit." And he's
Right.
like, "What about next week?" I was like, "All right, cool." And like it's not even
So
for
my
like
question is, y'all hiring?
I wish, but
I
you
don't
know
know if
what?
you do. Um, Short of being a plumber, no disrespect to plumbers. I'm just a
It's
kid.
no,
They're a different breed.
it's a
I am
very
not.
fortunate enough
Mhm,
situation that I'm in because it's all tax write-offs for him.
mhm.
So it's like and then I go out and yeah, it's a great course. It's honestly absolutely beautiful. Even if you can go out there like on a twilight and like pay like whatever the 100. I think it's worth 100 to just get at least a front nine in if you can because it's that beautiful. It's a nice experience. It was the first golf course I ever played at where you could see the lines and the fairways like the different. You know how it's like one line
It's
is
so
dark,
awesome looking.
and I was amazed. First time I played there, I shot a 95, which I was very surprised about.
That's
Greens were a
damn
little
good.
sanded. Yeah, greens were a little sanded, so I think that helped because when I played last week, I shot a 102, and those greens were fucking moving. But Trump is probably one of the nicest courses and one of my favorites just because scenery, um, like the care that's into it, the type of golf you have to have. It's not a hard course, but it's definitely not an easy one. So I like the challenge of it. Now, if we're talking easier, more playability, Los Verdes in Palos Verdes. Oh, the probably the best course with the best views for the best rate. Very hard to get tee times because they get snatched up by like the seniors and the locals. But if
Right.
you can play there, I highly
Where
recommend it.
lost?
Los Verdes in Palos Verdes, California. They're like Trump and that are like maybe like 10 to 15 miles apart. Like when you're on Trump, you can see the net for one of the holes on Los Verdes.
I'm looking at. I have a whole list of every place I've ever been in California, and that sounds so familiar.
It's right on the bluffs. Like you play along the coast.
But no, I haven't been there.
No, oh yeah. Highly recommend that. Highly
I
recommend
thought
that.
I think it's because I heard it was really good. Maybe that's why it sounds familiar.
And then honorable mention, I have to put it in there. Oak Quarry in Harupa Valley.
Really?
And it's pricey, but good lord, is it beautiful. You play up into the mountains, course is long. You can lose balls, but you can also like it's a very gettable course. It's probably like some of the best views that you have, especially when you catch it like on a sunset time. Oh,
Wow.
it's maintained very well. So those are top three for me for sure.
There you go. There you go. What's the one course that you always? What's your dream course that you always want to play at?
Um, I mean, I feel like everybody would want to say Augusta, but I want to go with something that's more attainable,
Hmm.
like that I know I can. I would like to say the old course, St. Andrews
Yep.
for
Well,
sure.
that's where I want to go.
I
That's
and you know what's funny? My mom, she just took a trip to Scotland with her best friend, and they took a trip to St. Andrews, and they were she brought me back some swag, which of course she knew,
awesome.
but they did a little like 9-hole putting contest out there, and she said she sunk a 20-footer in one hit, and I was like, now you know how I feel. Like that feeling that you got from making that putt in one, like that's me. And
That's
she's
all.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, she was like, oh my God, it was so amazing.
Yeah. I have to say, yeah, I definitely want there or anywhere in Ireland. You know,
Yeah, yeah, just yeah. I think
probably anywhere like in Northern
overseas.
Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm Irish, so I'd like to go back to, I guess we can call my homelands just to
Yeah.
see, just to play there. But when I go to the old course, I want to do the kilts. I want to do the whole
Oh, you're going
experience.
hardcore. I
Oh
love
yeah,
that.
if I'm gonna fly across the world, yeah, we're going all out.
I love it. I love it. I
I'm
support that
going all
100%.
out. Yeah, it's gonna it's gonna be awesome. If it ever
I
happens,
love
it's
that.
gonna be awesome. Yeah, it's gonna
It's
be.
gonna happen for you.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely going to happen. We'll see. I get to uh, in 3 weeks. I'll be playing in Hawaii. Yeah, so that's going to be awesome.
I'll be looking at your page, very jealous.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then I come home from that, and then in July 16th and 17th, 18th and 19th, something like that, I'll be in Washington playing.
Oh, nice. Oh, so
And the
you really
members,
do like to travel. Nice. I
well,
love that.
it works out for me. My wife travels for work, so that's why we're going to Hawaii because she has a
Hmm.
meeting over there. So what am I going to do during the day? I'll go golf. And then my brother-in-law is a member of a country club up in Washington, and every year they have member guests.
Nice.
And it's usually we switch off from his brother and then me every other year. I've been very fortunate that his brother couldn't go there. I went last year, and his brother couldn't go this year, so I get to
Cool.
go 2 years in a row. So
Nice. Good
that's
for
gonna be
you.
awesome. That's gonna be awesome, man, for sure, man.
Love that. I do want to come play in Arizona soon. I don't know if I'll probably do it this summer, but you know what? Maybe we'll make it down October, November when it cools down a bit.
Yeah, what I'm thinking I want to do a big tournament, just content creator tournaments like in San Diego.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that'd be gas.
because that way you guys, it's only a 2.5 hour drive for you guys. I don't know exactly where you're at, but
I'm in,
um,
like, I'm close to LA. I'm close to LA, so that's nothing. That's 2 hour drive is nothing.
yeah, hit the five and go, right?
Yeah, exactly. I
So
will say, Stephen, the rest of the For Good Foundation, we are looking to do another tournament soon enough. I think
in October,
October.
yeah,
So I know we got that coming in. I want to
and
do more tournaments. It's
yeah,
fun.
I'm not playing in that one though. I'm going to film the whole thing. I'm going as a
Oh,
videographer.
that's
I'm
gonna be
coming
great
to
though.
it. I'm coming to it, but I'm not going to golf. I mean, I'll probably golf. I'll probably go there for a couple
While
of
you're
days.
there,
I'll
yeah,
probably, but the tournament itself, it's just me going around getting content, interviewing. We're gonna go interview players while they're golfing.
I
It's
love
gonna
it. I
be
love it.
it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring. Hopefully, my son's gonna come with me. He's gonna help film.
nice.
And we'll have two different cameras. It's gonna be a cool deal, man.
And you know what? Steve was saying he's looking into getting Los Verdes as a course to play, and if we can
Yeah,
all play
maybe that's
that,
why I heard that.
yes, if we can all
Maybe
play that,
that's
oh
where I heard that for
yes,
sure.
that would be a great one to have a tournament at. Oh, you guys
Yeah,
would love it, I promise.
cool, man. Awesome, man. Thanks for coming on. This is a lot of fun. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna golf some
Yes,
more.
I feel like we didn't get to so much because we talked about so much, but I feel like you know this as well as I. You meet a random stranger out in the world and you find out they golf, that's it. Like
It's
that's
done.
all the conversation is. So you can ramble on, but yes, I would love to do this again. It's great energy, great people, and you know, if you come up or I come down, we got to get to playing soon, man.
Oh, definitely for sure, man. Cool. So I'm gonna end it like this. I'll end this show like I do all my other shows. Is remember, you're not good enough to get pissed off. So until next time, y'all take care and God bless.